Thank you. Am I best to stand far from it? Okay. All right, when I was a kid, I believed anything. I mean, I believed some crazy stuff. So much so that by the time I was an adult, it took me years to explain it all to a psychotherapist. So I believed as a kid that it was wrong to cry. I believed it was shameful. And even when I was trapped on a little island in the middle of a lake during a thunder and lightning storm with my dad, and even when my older brother asked me if I wanted to see something cool in his room, and it turned out to be nothing. Nothing except an opportunity to lock the door and demand I take off my clothes and lay down on the bed. And even when my middle school teacher borrowed sort of a prized possession of mine and so that he could show it to his friends, and then forgot he had done that a few days later when I went back to ask for it. Didn't remember that. And then when my mom told me that she had no plans to get close to any of her kids so that she could avoid the pain of their leaving. And even when my older sister ran away from home, I believed it was wrong to cry. So I knew it was wrong to see a psychotherapist too, but I did it anyway. And Alice was a mild-mannered, kind lady who had her chair swiveled to face me directly, and she had her hands in her lap with a teacup in hand, giving all her attention to me. And so I went back week after week to get looked at and listened to. I'm still here. I went back to get looked at and listened to. And so the first week she said to me, "So tell me what's going on in your life." And before I knew it, she was saying, "Why are you trying not to cry? It's okay to cry if you're sad." And I tried to fend off the idea that anything was wrong, and did so until I got tired of defending the idea that everything was okay in life. We both knew I was sad. And so one day I went into her office and I sat down in the beautiful brown leather chair that she had there, and she said to me, "So you don't ever sob, do you?" And I kind of reacted to her word, and we spent a few weeks talking about my reaction to her word, because sob was a word that kind of embarrassed me. And sob was kind of a word that sounded bad, and I didn't want to get near it. So she said, "Yeah, that's right. Sob implies something really sad that you can't bear to get near." And I thought, ooh. So I asked her, "So, okay, if I did do that, sob, that is, who would look after me while I was away?" She said, "Away where?" I said, "Away sobbing." Because for me, sobbing meant stepping outside of myself. It meant that the eye that looks after me, the person who watches over me, would be gone. No one would guard me. So I asked her, who is going to look after me and while I'm off sobbing, to make sure nobody kidnaps me or sets me on fire? And she said, "Well, me, of course." And so we debated the likelihood of a woman I was paying specifically to listen to me to also suddenly become concerned for my well-being and look after me in case somebody wanted to do something to me. And I asked her if she would want to do that for personal reasons or legal reasons. I thought maybe there was some kind of, terms of the implied contract of our meeting that I should worry about, or maybe it was personal and I had endeared myself to her already. And I told her it was a leap of faith to imagine that somebody would put my interests in front of theirs, even for a fee. And she insisted. She said, no one's going to touch you as long as you're in here with me. I don't care who they say they are. And so a few weeks later, I went back and sat in the beautiful brown leather chair and sobbed. And it was brief, but it was authentic enough to take me away to somewhere profoundly sad. And when I looked up to see, I saw Alice sitting there, teacup in hand. And as promised, I saw me, I was not on fire. Thank you. Thank you.